Welcome back. This is the second day in a row that I've used the shock llama for an absolutely shocking result. I reserve the right to use this when it's a surprise who wins or even how they win. So just kind of a wow, so that happened kind of thing. And based on the first week of the NHL's regular season, I might be using it a bunch. That being said, we're going to start things off with Detroit and the Rangers. No shock here. It was Lyon versus Shesterkin. Edstrom's denied on a rush. The shots are 2-1 for the Wings at 3.5 minutes. DeBrincat's denied in close. The Rangers rush. Pretty quiet first half. Not a lot of scoring chances either way. I think, considering the rough night Igor had the last time out, probably for the best for him. Lets him settle in and get into his game. We get a power play for Detroit that lasts 19 seconds and then becomes a minute and 41 seconds of 4-on-4. Teams trade turnovers. The Rangers press. Raymond has a net drive chance that's held. Everything gets killed off. And then there's a rush chance for DeBrincat that's held. The shots are 5-1 for Detroit with 9.5 minutes left. So the Rangers need some opportunities, and they get them. At 11:45, Lafreniere goes 5-hole from the right circle. Panarin and Zach Jones with the assists on that one. It's a 1-1 tie. Or it's 1-0 for the Rangers. The Wings look to respond. There's a power play for the Rangers. That's killed off. The Rangers had 7 of the last 8 shots at this point in the game. Cops denied. The rebound's cleared. There's a near miss for Kreider from the slot. The net feed to Lafreniere gets picked off. Mancini's denied on a net drive. And then at 19:58, and it's one of those plays that, guys kind of let up a little bit before the horn, and Detroit makes them pay. Larkin buries one from the slot. Hall and Kane with the assists. So Hall in his first game on the blue line for Detroit, he gets an assist. It's a 1-1 tie after the first period. So second period, the Rangers press at a minute and a half. The Wings are the ones that draw a power play. Kane goes around the net. He ends up being denied. He sets up a play there too. There were a few pretty good chances for Detroit there, and Shesterkin saying no. There's a glove save on DeBrincat, which draws Igor chance. And a lot of Igor chance, because after that power play's killed, 7 shots were put on the net by the Detroit Red Wings. Igor's on it. Power play for the Rangers, that's killed off. 2 shots. The Wings go back to the power play. That was killed off. I think it just registered 1 shot that time. Trocheck to Panarin gets picked off. The shots are 11-5 for the Wings with 7 minutes left. Mott has a rush chance that's held. Cooley's denied in close. Puck's cleared out. There's some glove robbery on Trocheck. Lyon holds on there with 3:03 left. The Rangers get a power play, and they would score on it. It's 17:05, so right after the power play started, it's a face-off win, and Kreider tips it home. Panarin and Zibanejad with the assists. Yeah, Kreider getting a power play goal, you can bank on that. So it's 2-1 for the Rangers. Confer's robbed by the glove again, so Igor's glove is on tonight. Shesterkin's on, and we get some more Igor chants from the crowd. It's 2-1 Rangers after 2. Third period, a bit of a surprise here. Lyon knocks the net off. There's a delay of game call. I didn't think Lyon pushed the net off to the extent that you could argue he did it intentionally and deserved the delay of game. But the Wings do kill that off. There's just the 1 shot for the Rangers. Then on a face-off win, Smith scores. Riley Smith's first goal as a member of the Rangers. Zibanejad with the assist at 4:51. That makes it 3-1. Wings press to respond. They draw a power play. During that, the referee is down. He gets hit with a puck on a clearing attempt. The Rangers do kill off the penalty. Referee was okay. Shots are 5-4 for the Rangers with 6.5 minutes left, so not a lot of opportunities to that point. Rangers press with 5 minutes left. The goalie pull happens with 2:44 left, and Zibanejad hits the empty net at 18:38. Kreider and Trouba with the assists. The Rangers win this one 4-1. They go to 2-0-1 early in the season, of course. Detroit drops to 1-2. Shots on net, 10-9 Rangers in the first, 14-10 Detroit in the second, 9-8 Detroit in the third. Final shots 32-28 for the Wings. Power plays, Detroit 0 for 4, the Rangers 1 for 5. The hits were 19 apiece. Lyon saves 24 out of 27, and Shesterkin saves 31 out of 32. So Igor has a very good game. He doesn't very often have 2 rough games in a row, and this season it looks like he's going to keep that pattern going. All right, next up, Pittsburgh and Montreal. And I really thought Montreal was going to win this. I did. It's Jerry versus Montembeault. There's good early back and forth. There's some hits. The Penguins press at 2 minutes. The shots are 3-0 for Pittsburgh 5 minutes into the game. Slavkovsky has a shot that's tipped wide. And then on a rush, Lars Eller scores from Puljujarvi and Pettersson at 6:54. So 1-0 Pittsburgh. Crosby to Beauvillier, there's a near miss there. The Penguins press at 8 minutes. In fact, halfway through the period, Pittsburgh has 6 shots. Montreal hasn't hit the net yet. Jarry touches the puck for the first time at 11:13. I thought it was a save. I wrote it on the board, but they didn't register it as a save, so it must have been going wide. Doc has a net drive that's defended. Evans is denied. The Habs are waking up now. O'Connor and Barron tangle up. No calls there. So that was almost playoff level. Nothing to call. Penguins press with 3.5 minutes left, and they would score. Raquel at 16:49 buries one top shelf from the right circle. Malkin and Bunting with the assists there. There's a post for Carlson. The Penguins want some more. However, at 18:16, off of a good cycle Montreal has, Gooley gets one. Matheson and Suzuki with the assists. So Montreal gets on the board. It's 2-1 Pittsburgh. 1:41 left. Pittsburgh gets a power play. That leads to a shorthanded rush for Dvorak. He's denied by Jarry. So it's still 2-1 in favor of Pittsburgh after one. Second period, there's an early press by the Penguins, but we get a power play for the Habs, and they score on it. At 2:51, it's Slafkovsky tipping one in to tie the game. Suzuki and Matheson with the assists, so that's the first goal of the season for Slafkovsky. The Habs then look for the lead. The shots are 3-1 in favor of Montreal at 5 minutes. Pretty heavy press by Montreal and some near misses at 6.5 minutes. There's a post for Raquel from the slot. Puljujarvi drills Heineman, and with all the ruckus that causes, we end up with some 4-on-4. Crosby fires one wide on a rush. At 14:26 on a rush opportunity of his own, Heineman puts one in. Montreal has their first lead of the game. That's 3 goals in a row for them. They're up 3-2. But at 16:23 on a rush chance of his own, Eller goes far side to tie the game up again. That's his second goal of the game. Eller used to play for Montreal. The Habs press with 2 minutes left. We get some punching at the horn, because why not? But it's tied at 3 after 2. Third period. The Habs press at 1.5 minutes. Montreal draws a power play. That's killed off, and then Jarry gets knocked down afterwards. He would stay in the game. The shots are 5-0 Montreal 6 minutes in. So as much as Pittsburgh was dominating and not allowing shots, Montreal's doing that. But Bunting gets denied on a turnover, and then at 7:47, Kevin Hayes buries a rebound in close. Carlson and Achari with the assists. Hayes looks like he's going to have maybe a good year with Pittsburgh. We'll see if it continues, but so far the results have been all right. Penguins press for another. At 11:32, Letang scores from Malkin and Grzelcyk. The Penguins nearly add another on the next shift. The goalie pull happens with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left, because why not? And at 18:47, Malkin hits the empty net for his 499th career goal. When he hits 500, I'll be doing a career video on him. Grzelcyk with the assist, and of course it won't be like the whole career. He's not retiring at 500 goals. Just I'll talk about his career at 500 goals. So the final score in this one, 6-3 for Pittsburgh. They even the record at 2-2. With the loss, Montreal is now 2-2 as well. Shots on net, 11-6 Pittsburgh in the first, 12-10 Montreal in the second, 11-9 Pittsburgh in the third. Final shots 32-27 for Pittsburgh. Power plays, Pittsburgh 0 for 1, Montreal 1 for 2. The hits 27-23 Montreal. Jarry saves 24 out of 27. Montembeault saves 26 out of 31. But Montembeault's stats are still excellent through 3 starts. This was on Amazon Prime. I watched it. It was fun. It was nice. It worked pretty darn well. I didn't see any major hitches with that game. All right, last game of the day. We're going to talk about the Islanders and the Avs. Both of these teams winless coming in. So one of them was going to end their winless drought. And I've got to admit, I'm surprised it's the Islanders. I keep waiting for the Avs to really take over and put up a bunch of goals and get some big saves too. But it's just not working out that way. So it's Sorokin versus Georgiev. There's an early press by the Avs, and they score. Callum Ritchie with his first NHL goal right into a wide open net. The assist to Josh Manson. Things start out pretty well for the Avs. In fact, the shots are 4-0 for Colorado at 2.5 minutes. So they're up by 1, but at 5:32, the Islanders tie it. Lee buries a rebound on a wraparound chance. Holmstrom and Mayfield with the assists, so we have a tie game. The Islanders press at 6.5 minutes. Teams exchange rush chances. O'Connor's denied in close. Sorokin holds there. The fans call one. The referee does not. The Avs press with 2.5 minutes left, but on a failed Georgiev poke check, which I don't know. I was watching the Colorado announcers. They were talking about how Georgiev did what he had to do. I don't know. Palmieri gets the goal at 18-13. It puts the Islanders up 2-1. You guys can let me know your thoughts on the Georgiev poke check attempt. Things are pushy and punchy at the horn, so we get a penalty on each team. It's 4-on-4 to start the second period with the Islanders up 2-1. McKinnon misses one high on a fast break. Cizikas has a rush chance to deflects out, and then they were talking about like the new setup that they're gonna have for like paying for the channel and altitude plus and whatever else. They were talking about the beauty of the patches, the new advertising patches on the Avs jerseys, and how they fit the jersey, and it's really really nice, and everybody likes it. And I'm thinking, not jersey purists. No, we don't want any advertising on our jerseys. So dress it up however you want, talk about how pretty it is, but there's nobody anywhere who's buying a jersey looking at it and going, can you please put the advertiser's patch on it? You forgot. Nobody's doing that. So, at any rate, I'll get off my soapbox. So the shots are 2-0 for the Islanders at 4.5 minutes. There's a press by the Islanders at 5.5 minutes. Lee has a rush chance that saved, the rebounds held, and then Brock Nelson takes over the game. It's 8:25. He just goes beast mode. If you want to know what I mean by beast mode, look at the highlight of that goal. It's just where the comparison I use a lot is Happy Gilmore at the end, where it looks like he's got like the whole everything's falling apart, and just beat him on the extra hole. And he looks at, no, I'll just beat him now. And he hits the impossible shot. That's what I think of when I talk about a guy going beast mode, where you're like, he can't score. He did. So that's what Nelson does. The Avs press for a response. We get a power play for Colorado. There's a shorthanded chance for Pajot that's held, and honestly, it was a really nice save by Georgiev. But then Makar with a brutal turnover. And so that sets up Brock Nelson again at 11:14. He goes in alone. Dekes around Georgiev, puts it in the net. It's the Brock Nelson show. Notice that both of his goals unassisted, although technically I could have put Makar's name next to that second goal. The Islanders finish the kill. There's a press by the Isles with 8 minutes left. Sorokin denies Ludwig and then denies Kovalenko as well. Elias Sorokin looked pretty good tonight. And I put right here, what is wrong with the Avs? Like, they don't look like Colorado right now. This does not look like a team that is ready to go out there and challenge for a Stanley Cup. It is very early in the season, absolutely very early. I absolutely believe the Avs are going to turn this around and be a very good team, but this is weird watching this. 1:28 left, the Avs get a power play. So that rolls over into the third period, but the Islanders are up 4-1. So the Avs finish the kill, but right after it's done, Middlestad scores from McKinnon and Makar at 37 seconds. I believe that's his third goal of the season. Shots are 4-3 for Colorado at 5 minutes. Middlestad's denied on a rebound chance. The Avs have some momentum. Sorokin, pretty solid. And then after a huge save by Sorokin, puck goes the other way. We know what happens in hockey. Duclair puts one around Georgiev. Romanov and Horvat with the assists at 6:48. And it looked like the Islanders were just able to make him move and able to get Georgiev out of position with head fakes and stuff like that. So we'll see how things trend from here. The Avs press for a response. They actually end up pinning the Islanders down for a while. I didn't keep writing down how long they had the pressure, but they were in the Islanders zone a lot. There's a power play for the Islanders. There's a shorthanded rush chance for O'Connor. That saved. That power play is killed off. Goalie pull happens with 3 minutes and 29 seconds left, and eventually the Islanders hit the empty net. It's Barzal with the first goal he scored against the Avs in his career. Pullock with the assist at 18:48 makes the final score 6-2. Thus the shock llama. The Islanders go to 1-1-1 on the season, and the Avs drop to 0-3. So that's a rough night for Colorado, and their schedule doesn't exactly get easy from here. They're basically playing every other day. They've got to get this figured out. Shots on net, 17-12 Islanders in the first, 11-5 Islanders in the second, 17-10 Colorado in the third. Final shots 38-34 for the Islanders. Power plays, the Isles 0-1, Colorado 0-2. The hits 21-13 for the Avalanche. Sorokin saves 32 out of 34. Very good night. Georgiev 32 saves on 37 shots. He wasn't bad, but again, you're not getting those game-saving huge saves like we were seeing with Sorokin. When the Avs had that heavy pressure there, Sorokin unflappable. and making fantastic saves. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always, regarding these games. And if you're looking for the early games, I already reviewed them. That's already on the channel. So let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe in the event you've not done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.